Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, welcome to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Guru venue. Today's scene we open to the Sept of the Green, where a few hours previously there was a howl by chases. One that was filled with annoyance, possibly anger, and it only held two words. Those words were names. Those names were Maeve and Cinna. The howl itself comes from the umbral side of the Sept of the Green, from the area known to hold Chase's personal hut. And so what are our players currently doing?
Well, Maeve has spent what little bit of the day she's been visible doing her duties, but beyond that, moving the remainder of her things from the Cub Cabins to the Fianna Castle. In her talks with Travis before his death, one of the things he requested was that she look after the kin, and so she has spent more and more time there. She's always had a room, and she's not doing anything too invasive, but she is moving more properly into her room there. So when the cry goes out, she'll just kind of probably hop up from talking again to the small, one of the spirits in the castle. She does it a good bit. So she'll probably look up from that and politely excuse herself. And if she can on the way there, if she happens to spot one, we'll call one of the doves to her from the surrounding trees or the top of the castle or wherever it may be, just to have some soothing company as she walks to attend the Right Master. And by walks, I mean probably fucking runs.
Okay, and what is Cinna doing?
As the howl sounds through the umbra, Cinna was doing what most guardians do nowadays, making rounds. She did hobble back to the den first, and after a short meeting with Katori, she is making her way as hastily as possible to the direction of where the howl came from, still using Lucas's staff as support for walking. But she starts to get along with that, starts to be more natural that she uses the stick to for support. So yeah, she's also making her way. She's a little confused, like, fuck.
Okay. So when you guys get there... Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Achievement unlocked. You have arrived at location of the quest.
Right. Chase is actually sitting up against his hut in the Umbra. He's in Hamid form. His hood is over his eyes, and the staff with the Raven's head is leaning up against the wall next to him. When both of you approach, he grabs the cane, the staff, uses it to lift himself up. He looks at the both of you. Mm-hmm. So, you two were at his execution. Is that true?
Yes, Raya.
Yes, Raya.
Tell me about it. In your own words, what happened?
Well, there was a trial first, and Travis took. He defended himself, he defended his actions. um, but he was aggravating the Philodoxus present there. I still think he did that on purpose, which was what I pointed out. In the end, he said that he acted out of self-defense. Philodox Ren Brennan pointed out that the rules regarding how Wormfoe and Water are dealing with one another should be pointed out, should be hammered out by the elders of the Sept. I think that's just. In the end, the decision made by Monica Raya was the rite of the Silver Death, if I am correct,
There's a tiny nod.
which was performed at the spot by Monica Raya himself. Travis refused right of the hunt, and he was actively trying to upset people into killing him there and then. He died with as much honor as he could have in the situation where right of the hunt was not performed.
Do you have anything to add to that, Maeve?
Let's quickly check her composure. Whew. It's not good. It's not good. She's not going to start blubbering or anything, because that was never on the table, but she definitely has to take a hot second to collect herself, and find not the words, but the ability to articulate them without choking or hiccuping or having her voice break.
There's definite hesitation.
There's an obvious attempt made to compose herself. It is
Stand up straight!
and she will snap up, startled. Travis Raya argued for a death that did not grant him the same personal honor that he was offered, but suited his desire to. He wanted to make the point that cruelty wasn't necessary, and was worried that the hunt would mean that he would turn and fight his own friends, his own allies. So he opted for a death where that was not possible. That wasn't an option given to him. His tactics were not the most politically correct, but in the end, he was happy.
And what do you both think of how that went down?
What went down, Raya? You mean the trial or the execution.
Death. Girl.
I think Travis Raya was a person who brought great honor to himself, his tribe, to the nation. He was someone that I think still people will look up to. The fact that he chose this and that it was granted to him shows that I think the respect that he has earned has been given to him, even in these final moments, even if they're not as honorable as some of the other ways that he could have gone. This was something that he wanted, and he was blunt about it, as he has always been. I honestly think this is the best way that it could have happened. And the fact that he is happy, or he was happy with this, that this was something he preferred, I think we should respect that.
You Homids say so much, but mean so little.
You asked for my opinion, Raya. My apologies if it doesn't satisfy you.
I asked your opinion. I didn't ask you to pander to my emotions.
I think it was fair, then. Fair.
So I have a question for you. I know the task has been set. So I want to know, with both of you standing here, why is Maeve not helping?
I beg your pardon, Raya?
Maeve blanks.
The letters.
Travis gave them to me when he was still imprisoned. He himself gave them to me. Why? Is there a problem with that, Raya?
I'm trying to understand why you wouldn't include a member of his own tribe.
For her part, Maeve, of course, started off looking puzzled. And as she's understanding what he's on about, there's definitely a flash of anger. And at this point, she's studying Cinna's responses. Not just the words, but studying her expression and her posture and whatnot. She's looking hard.
Senna had 8 successes on her subterfuge roll. So she is as Silver Fangy as a Silver Fang can be.
That's cool.
She's standing tall.
Oh, holy shit.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Specialty insightful.
Yep. But you didn't beat me.
Damn it.
Defender wins.
Damn it, so close. I thought it was more.
So goddamn close.
You are the goddamn
3
close.
10s. Jesus. So fucking close.
I love you.
She's looking that hard. That fucking hard. 8 successes hard.
She has like binoculars and everything.
She's giving you the fucking laser eyes like you have never seen before.
Well, Suna is her face is pretty much expressionless, and she's standing tall right now as she's being questioned, save for the fact that from time to time she has to move her feet to keep her balance, and she's still using the staff for support. Since it is equal, I think Maeve can see beyond that mask that Cinna is also sad for the loss of Travis. But hell, she's a Silverfang and she's not showing. Because fuck you.
So she
You
gets she
got
gets
that
a
roll
twinge
fair and
there.
square. You got that roll fair and square. There's a twinge of emotion that I think Maeve would see, but there would not be a the sense of deception in Cinna's coming answer.
Okay.
Oh, and there's no deception there, well, I've completely forgotten what the original question was right now.
Okay,
Sorry.
the original question was, I'm trying to figure out
Mm.
why Chases is trying to figure out why you haven't included a member of his own tribe in fulfilling his last wish.
Okay. And as she's being questioned, Senna's trying to stand even a little bit more taller because, well, yeah, again, Silverfang. She looks up at the sky for a moment and then turns her gaze down to Chase's feet. I was given these letters about the first day Travis was locked up, not at the execution. I said to them, handing them over to SEP members first. I handed over the jacket and the sunglasses to Nicholas. It's mainly because I had to do something anyway. It felt good to do something. As he wasn't immediately trialed or punished for his actions, I held back on them, realizing that they may not be necessary after all. Now that the trial is complete, I turned them over to you. You are Fiona. I did include you.
And so you're saying that you handing them over to me has nothing to do with this conflict I keep hearing pissing and moaning about.
Maeve gets visibly more upright, more intent, more agitated. The laser eyes intensify.
Senna is raising an eyebrow. Chases Raya, are you not the highest ranking Fiona in the Sept?
I am.
Then was I out of place in handing these letters to the highest ranking member of your tribe in the Sept?
No, you weren't.
Then
You
I
didn't
don't
answer
see
the
the issue
question.
here.
I'm trying to judge the issue. A boy I've seen grown from cub to Athro has died. He came to the Sept a child, and he left his spirit, left this Sept a hero. Not only to Fiona, but to the damnation. So I want to be sure that any feckin' funny business between the two of you, the two people that should Gaia provide and time pass, will become great leaders, not only in the nation, but their respective tribes as well. We are at war. Constantly. Not only with the worm, not only with his destruction, but for some daft reason, we have to have conflicts between ourselves. And not only is this a conflict, but apparently it's been something that is more or less the equivalent of an issue that would happen in one of these, what's Ahmed's called them, higher schools. So, the two of you have a choice. You can either march your asses down to the Master of Challenges, or you can take this. Take my boy's death and bury the fucking hatchet. Do I make myself clear?
Perfectly, Raya. And she will look expectantly to Senna. I have told everyone who has asked me about this and come to me expecting me to do something foolish that this is over. Is it over, or is it not?
Suna is, at this point, she's not looking at Maeve, but she's looking at Jesus. Um, her eyes have narrowed a little bit during his speech. Raya, do you accuse me of bringing a conflict to a situation where that is not appropriate? Travis and I have had many conflicts. But, and she steps forward, she hands him a note, which is the letter that she did not give him, the letter to herself, because, well, Travis and I were like brother and sister, squabbling all the time. I would never do anything to sully his death or his remembrance.
The hairs on the back of Maeve's neck are standing up.
And if you accuse me of such, I would ask you, Morning Raya has seen Travis giving me these letters. I would ask you to bring this up to a Philodox.
I'm not accusing you, May. Sinner. I'm asking you, as an elder, I'm asking you, as someone who saw that boy as a son, to take his death and use it to forge a new beginning.
I have been nothing but polite to Maeve.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
I have not done anything anymore after that first prank. I understand that brought grief, so I have not done anything ever since. I have kept my opinions in front of me. I've not shared them except with one confidant to blow some steam off. Some might call it, I guess. I will continue to do so.
Good. And you? He looks over at Maeve.
She adjusts her gaze accordingly.
You.
Yes, right?
You are a part of this tribe. No. You're part of his tribe. You are part of my tribe. I won't be seeing any more of this light-hearted hesitation from you.
There's a brief knit of brow, but a quick nod of compliance. Miss Raya.
Both of you are strong members of the nation. Both of you have iron in your spines.
Why did you say that like that? No, she's good.
I'm confused.
Fucking she got her spine broken.
And those are 10 successes to not show the discomfort that was brought at her by his words. She is standing as straight as
Her
any
own fucking packmate thralled and fucking broke her back. Way to go, Robert.
Oops.
Don't worry.
Okay.
You want to gain a
Cedric
rage
doesn't
for
even
that?
blink.
You wanna gain rage for that?
Sure, she takes the rage, but she is good, and she doesn't even blink. Unless you got 11 successes.
Nah, I'm not even gonna roll for that.
Ay, ay, ay.
No, it would do me proud. And it would do him proud. And he nods back towards his hut. Would do him proud to see the both of you become pillars of this sept. I won't be around forever. Neither will Morning Kill. That is a fact of life as a guru of the nation. What's that for?
Oh, that was also manipulation subterfuge. But that was only 4 successes.
I'm not rolling anything. I don't feel like rolling anything.
Okay.
I'll do it for lols. Actually, you know what? I won't, if only because Maeve is looking to Chases because he is talking, and that is the respectful fucking thing to do.
Mm-hmm. No. I hope we're done here.
If I may ask, Raya,
Yes.
the last time one of us died, I was still a child, but that is not the case anymore. This time, may I assist you? May I learn?
You'll learn.
And she'll purse her lips for a half a second and nod gratefully.
Because you'll be performing it yourself.
She'll, the expression changes abruptly to at least a flash of shock.
Raya,
Yes.
this is your decision since he was a Fianna. However, he did request his passing, his right to be like his mates, which was a traditional Greek one. They are buried, and she's buried in, I believe, a sept in California. It is in the end your choice, but this was his last wish, that he be buried with her.
Then I suppose you're both gonna make sure that happens.
I know my kinfolk, Dr. Mega, has contacts there. I'll ask him if we can contact them.
All right then. I await an update. I will keep his body here to ensure that it is not worsened by the ravages of the Tellurian. When it is time, you will both take it.
Maeve admittedly does not look overjoyed, but she does look very resolute.
You may go now. We won't speak of this again.
Of course not, Ryan.
As you wish, Raya.
And with that, seeing as that was a pretty clear dismissal, Maeve will, as she has seen Olaf do on many occasions, back the first couple steps to a respectful distance, and then turn about to leave, probably raising a hand to stroke the perturbed dove on her shoulder.
Would she do this? God damn it. Okay, she would do this. And Senna is just lingering for a couple of seconds. He seems to want to ask something. Not quite sure how to bring it though.
Speak.
This is not related to the subjects we spoke of just now, so I'm not quite sure if I can't better disturb you at another time. I was just wondering how much you know how much you know about visions or dreams that might come from spirits.
What was it?
Well, I had a dream 2 nights ago where I was standing in a green field and there were flowers everywhere. It seemed like springtime, and it was a good place. I felt like that was a place where I should be at that point. And then in the west, the sun just became set, and the colors were very, very vivid, like more than normally vivid, except for the red that was off in a way. And it turned into blood and then leaked on the crest of one of the hills. It leaked in the form of a falcon. And I wasn't afraid in that dream. It's just that was just a feeling of hate and betrayal, and that was what I woke up with the word traitor in my head.
I do not know Falcon. I don't know his ways as much as someone from your tribe does. But what I can tell you is there was a reason for that vision, Cinna. Perhaps it needs more of a specified form of information. Have you told Martinkill of this vision?
Yes,
And what did he say?
he did not know the meaning of it either. Right. The only thing I can think of is that there might be someone here that is a traitor. But I've also asked Katori Raya. He even went as far as to think that maybe Falcon meant that I was a traitor, since my house is a fallen house. Well, it's seen that way. But I think I would have felt hate directed towards me and something like that. And I just felt like I was the one who was betrayed. I'm just not sure. I think there might be a traitor of Silverfangs or of me in the Sept. Maybe someone who works for Gleaming Eye, or maybe someone who is trying to work against Silverfangs in a way. I don't know.
I would ask Katari. Ask him to find you an audience with Falcon. Perhaps he can explain it better. But I do know Falcon. So he always does things for a reason.
Thank you, Raya.
And Cinna,
Yes.
not asking you to be friends with that girl. I'm not asking her to be friends with you. Yesterday, we lost. Perhaps the greatest fighter, the greatest combatant of the worm that this tribe and this sept has seen for a very long time.
I know, Raya.
We cannot be distracted. And I want to make sure that there is no distraction.
As far as I think, both of us, both Maeve and me, have formed our opinions of each other.
You're welcome to your opinions.
But I think both of us are aware of the predicaments our sept is in, the challenges at hand. Homitsev is saying that basically says you're being professional, not letting personal emotions get in the way. I am trying that, and I'm pretty sure she is too. We have been on missions together, and as far as I know, we have not been in each other's way.
Good.
If you have an issue with the way that I'm treating her, by all means, I would like to hear it. Other than that, I prefer to steer clear as much as I can. We
No,
don't need another we don't need another conflict. I already have one in my tribe. I don't need one between our tribes. Besides, it would be silly. You have my parents, and I know it.
I wouldn't threaten your parents.
You wouldn't, Raya. I know. But tribe contains many different persons, and I'm well aware of that. England and Ireland aren't that far apart. And my house, the grounds that it held, were neighbors. I would prefer not to strain those relationships, for as far as they aren't strained already by history.
Good. See that you remain professional.
Yes, Raya.
And I hope if there is a problem with the way you treat her, or she treats you, the both of you will act like Guru and not like children.
I acted like my auspice.
I understand.
But I will
But
continue to do so. But I will be as professional as I can be in my dealings with Maeve MacFionn.
and if she is not, I will know.
Am I dismissed, Raya?
Yes.
Thank you. She'll back away. Walking backwards is considerably harder when you use a stick to balance yourself, so she'll probably turn her back rather soon, but she'll take a couple of steps backwards before she disappears between the trees.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think with that, we have come to the end of our scene. We thank you, players, for playing. We thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been a scene for the Living World of Darkness. Rage Across New York. The Guru venue. Goodbye.